Hello and welcome to the 108th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. We're your hosts, Chris and Jordan.
That's me, baby.
Jordan, this may be the most quiet, measured episode
For now.
of the podcast that we're going to have. You may see, actually you don't see because it's down here, you may see an absurd amount of alcohol, but we're trying to be a little quiet because Jordan... We're trying to be quiet because Jordan, where are we?
We are in Freeport, Maine. We are in a
hotel room. Just us. Two beds. There are two
double
beds.
beds.
Two double beds. Two beds. It's not a gay thing.
Definitely not a gay thing.
No, you know?
No.
Okay.
No.
None of that.
None of that chicanery.
So, Jordan, just give us our platforms because we need to get into the pure tomfoolery, monkey business that we've been experiencing today.
As always, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS Feed, all linked below. And you can reach out to us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. Also, drop them in the YouTube comment section. And Instagram and TikTok, give us a shout there. We do post shorts there from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we're using lav mics for this episode, so the audio is going to sound different if you already didn't tell somehow.
Yeah, it should be a little different. It was going to be different either way. Because we're here for a day. We're not going to be bringing the whole fucking podcast set up here. This isn't as much of a production as our trip to Monterey. Like, we didn't even do a ton of filming today, even.
Less than we should have, but yeah.
Because, well, the main attraction is tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, we're not going to discuss that now.
No.
We're going to discuss that later on.
We're going to discuss what happened today. So, Chris, let's try to stay, like we did with Monterey, sequential to what happened. We started our morning bright and early.
Sequential to what happened. This, I need to make an off-topic remark here. This Bundaberg ginger beer, I've seen this before, it's the Australian flavor, is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It is phenomenal.
Popcorners, white cheddar, also phenomenal.
So, I look a little disheveled, a little disgusting, because I just showered, because I was even more disheveled than disgusting. So, ignore my appearance.
They usually do.
So,
More chip.
this morning,
Bright and early.
personally, I woke up around 6 o'clock this morning. Saturday morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. That's maybe not for some, but for me, that is an incredible feat.
It's a feat, yeah. That's a test of will.
I got up, and, I was ready to go, baby. I was going full tilt, packing shit, going to town.
Just waiting, baby.
Getting
We were
stuff
about
ready.
to take out.
Dude, we were about to peel the fuck out, okay?
Yep.
So, Jordan texts me. He goes, I'm going to get to your house a little early. Good.
Which is perfect, because we need to do an intro.
Fine. That's fine. That's good. Packed up the last stuff. I did a couple last minute things. Loaded everything into my car, my Fiesta ST.
That's what we took for the trip.
And we recorded our little intro. And we got going.
We were chilling.
We got on the highway all the way to Maine. Okay? The drive, absolutely phenomenal. Okay? Immaculate. Probably one of the better long-distance drives I had in my entire life. It's pretty
Probably
good.
honestly better than Monterey.
Oh, definitely better than Monterey.
Didn't have that
'Cause I
loser balance.
I didn't have to wind through so many back roads.
Yeah.
I got on a highway and I rode the highway for 200 miles.
Yeah.
So, here we are in Maine, and we had I think just one pit stop. No, we had 2 pit stops on the way. We had 2 pit stops.
Yep.
First one. I don't know if anyone knows this. From New England. In New Hampshire, there's 2 very important things to know. There's no sales tax, okay? So the price is the price. And they only sell alcohol liquor specifically, not like beer and stuff, but alcohol, like liquor, at state-run liquor stores. And these state-run liquor stores are right off the highway.
Yeah.
Because they know people are going there because the liquor is cheap and tax-free. So you may have seen me hold like this up earlier and thought maybe that's a little excessive. Well, it is. I'm shopping for me, not for the trip. This is mine. I'm bringing this home. I'm a big Tito's handmade enjoyer.
Yeah.
And a big Wild Turkey 101 enjoyer. So.
And that was a lot cheaper than it would be in the rest of
Yeah,
New
it's
England.
pretty good actually, because the store I normally go to is pretty cheap for the area, but this place was cheaper than that. So.
Yeah.
If you're passing through New Hampshire, it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
You know, go on down there and grab a couple of handles. Okay. It is gonna be busy in there. Be careful. You know, be ready for that. And if you have to use the bathrooms are deplorable.
There's gonna be a nip on the fucking toilet. So.
Yeah, there was a little nip, a little bottle of
What's that vodka?
little bottle of vodka or tequila or something on the back of the toilet right behind the seat. So naturally I was like, oh, don't mind if I do when I drank it. I'm kidding. I didn't do that.
Don't do that.
Do not do that. You're going to get a disease.
Many
you're going to get
diseases.
you're going to start another pandemic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got that done. That was pretty good. I mean, it was a little crowded. We didn't get everything we wanted, but it was good.
I'm thinking about this now. This is the exact trajectory the Monterey trip took. The drive up was phenomenal. It was great. It was really good. Okay? Now, we're there. We're in Maine. Okay? We're in Maine.
We couldn't check in yet because it was too early.
We couldn't check in. We're like,
So
you
we
know
hit
what?
Portland.
Fine. We're going to hit Portland. It's about 20 minutes away from here.
Which is our hotel in Freeport.
Yes. So, Portland, Maine. Okay. If there's any Maine connoisseurs out here, if you're not in Portland, you're not anywhere. Okay? There's Portland and nothing.
Yeah.
So, originally, the plan was to stay in Augusta, which is the capital city of Maine.
We're going to stay in a dingy motel.
But there's nothing to do there. So we went to Freeport, which is right near Portland.
And we had our day in Portland.
So, we get to Portland. I'm like, man, we were hungry. We were hungry boys.
And we planned this out perfectly, too.
We actually did. We actually, a surprisingly well according to plan moment for us.
Yeah. One of a few.
You know what's not an according to plan moment? I didn't talk about our second pit stop. We went to a rest stop. This is not an according to plan moment. So let's back up for a moment here.
Pretend we're not in Portland yet.
Pretend we're not in Portland yet. Okay? Right before Portland, about 40 miles out. We stopped at a rest stop. Okay? Because here's what happened. There's toll booths. Okay? Here's the real thing that happened. Okay? There's tolls that you have to pay.
Take a step back even to the liquor store.
All right. We're going way back.
Back to the liquor store.
We're trying to keep it sequential as much as we can, and it's just stuff is coming back to us.
Yeah. So I'll lead this part because I had an awkward situation right before the bathroom. We were leaving the liquor store, and there's people asking for donations, right? They asked me, and I go, no, sorry, I don't have any cash, and they hit me with, well, we accept debit. So I'm like, all right, fuck, I'm backed into a corner.
Dude,
but
they got you there.
Chris comes to the rescue. He's packing ones.
Well,
he got 5 ones.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I had a couple of dollars in my wallet, and I'm like, I can sense this is about to be an awkward thing. I'm just gonna solve this now.
Yeah.
So I had like 5 ones in my wallet. I gave them like $3.
Yeah.
Because I knew there was a toll coming up, and I knew the toll was either $1 or $2.
So you kept $2.
So I kept $2. I gave them $3. Okay? We passed that toll, no problem. It was $2. Now,
Chris is patting himself on the back. He's like, bro, I fucking knew it.
I nailed it.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, for all the math people out there, you will now know that I currently, at that time, had $0 in my wallet. No cash whatsoever. Little did we know, there's another toll.
A $4 toll.
A $4 toll. So I go up to the booth, and I asked the lady, because I was under the assumption they took cards because it's 2022.
Right.
Like, you know, maybe in 2002, it's understandable, but not in 2022. They don't take card. I asked the lady, I said, hey, would you take a card? And she said, no, it's cash only. I said, I don't have any cash. She goes, okay. Easy. Happens all the time. Okay?
Write you a bill.
I'm just going to write you up a little invoice. You put your information on here, your plate number, your address, your name, whatever. And we'll, you
have 5 days.
You have 5 days. You put your money in here. You put a stamp on it. You send it to us, the state of Maine. Or you can pay it at another toll booth. So I'm like, okay, cool, man. Fuck.
So now we stop at the pit stop to get money because we know.
Yes, so
we
that's
don't
why
want this to
that's
happen
the
again.
point of the second pit stop is to get cash. So I went to the ATM at the rest stop. We stopped at a rest stop. I think we established this already. We stopped at a rest stop. We saw a big plastic moose outside. That was
cool.
pretty neat. We also almost got run over in the parking lot. That was pretty cool too. So we get to this rest stop. It's fucking chaos in there. There's like buses of people coming in.
Literally, not even like a joke. Not an expression of the number of people. Like a bus showed up.
Like a huge coach bus showed up.
Yeah.
Huge group of people. Because Jordan pointed out, he goes, what the fuck is going on over there?
And it was just like
and
a battalion.
It was like 60 people walking in.
Yeah.
So.
And then we saw the bus on the way out.
So we're at a rest stop now. I get money out of the ATM. I know they're going to fuck me on an ATM charge, so.
Take it on the chin.
Yeah, whatever. Cost of doing business. So I get my cash. I get a crisp $20 bill. Like, I got to break this, so let me just go buy something. I'm kind of thirsty anyway. Thirst is a big theme for today.
Yeah,
so
we'll
keep
get
that in mind. I'm very thirsty at this point, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to run into the little convenience store that's there. Because if you ever been to a rest stop, you got a million little restaurants, like you get a Burger King or whatever, and there's like a little gas station convenience store thing.
Yeah.
And I went there, I grabbed myself a Diet Pepsi.
I was going to grab a snack.
Yeah. Jordan went to go grab a snack, and he goes, I don't need to break a bill. I'm just going to go to the self-service. There was a self-service checkout. And then what happened, Jordan?
I go to the self-service. I leave Chris behind. And there's a guy there. He's scanning something. And I watch the screen go, product does not exist. And then the whole system crashes. So I go, no biggie. I'll get back in line behind Chris. Not a big deal. Or maybe I'll just go in with Chris. But then I'm like, no, he needs to break money. So let me go behind him. I turn around, and that like bus battalion was behind Chris.
Oh, man.
So I squeezed in between them, threw the chips down on the shelf, and walked away. And then went and sat in the corner waiting for Chris to come out.
Because I got done with what I had to do. Mind you, that soda was like $3.25.
And I don't think you drank it. It's in the back seat, isn't it?
It's in the back seat of my Fiesta still, right now as we speak.
Jesus. So you get your soda, and then I was like, you know what? I could go for a drink.
Yeah, Jordan wants a little sippy.
So I'm looking for a vending machine because I'm like, no one, I don't want to get in that line.
I'm not going to get back in that line.
No, and I'm also not going to pay $3 something and wait in that line. I'll pay $3 something elsewhere. So I go and we find two vending machines. Two vending machines. They accept debit card, which is fantastic. Fantastic. So first vending machine, I'd punch in a Mountain Dewis, swipe the card. It says authorizing for like 5 minutes, and then it crashes.
Hope you don't mind. I'm reaching my greasy hands into here to put ice in my drink.
Then it crashes on me. So, what do? I scan the card again. Crashes again. I scan a different card. crashes again. I insert the card, crashes again. I
Dude.
swipe the card, crashes
We
again.
were there for no joke, like 10 minutes trying to get this to work.
No big deal, Chris. There's 2 machines and they have different things, but I like the items in the other machine too. No big deal. I go away from the Mountain Dew. I go get a pure leaf tea. I just know it's gonna make me pissed. That's the only problem. So I'm like, I didn't want that initially for that reason, but I'm like, no big deal. You know what? I'll just get a pure leaf. Same fucking issue. I walked out of there, dude, just steaming. I honestly think that's what started the whole Subaru thing that we might get into, because I saw a Subaru after that and I was just pissed, and I just kept making fun of the Subaru. Because all today, every time we've seen a Subaru, I've just been making
Jordan
fun
went
of it.
hard in the paint against Subarus
Dude,
today.
I was just pissed. I was having a bad time.
So
then we got back in the car and I drank my hot water. I'm like, fuck it, whatever.
So we got back in the car. Okay, now
First hiccup of the day.
flash forward back to where we were just a minute ago. We're now back in Portland. Fuck, we gotta go get some lunch, man. We're hungry boys.
Yeah,
Okay,
hungry.
so we have scouted out a restaurant for us to go to called Slab.
It's a pizza, not even pizza, it's a Sicilian street food place that was recommended by a coworker.
Yeah, it's like a pizza spot basically. And you go there, and on the menu, okay, they sell pizza by the slice, and a slice of pizza is like $12. Now, I know what you're thinking, okay? Up and coming city, restaurant, expensive, okay? Dude, these slices of pizza,
No,
I
1
was
pound.
I was about to get a little upset. I was like, that's per slice? And then I looked at the little description that says, these slices are 1 pound.
Recommend 1 per person.
1 pound of pizza. So I'm like, man, that's quite an undertaking. I feel like I could crush that, though, easy. I'm a hungry motherfucker right now.
So we each get one.
We
And
each
some
got
drinks.
one. And drinks. You're not alcoholic. We're not at that stage in our lives at that moment.
Yeah, that comes later.
I got myself a Diet Pepsi, a cold Diet Pepsi.
Cold, I got Sierra Mist. It was good. It was good.
It was pretty good.
A little fountainy, but good.
Lunch, immaculate. I only ate like half that slice of pizza.
Damn, both are in the fridge over there.
And I made the prediction a little later on in the night when I get a little more drunk. I feel like that pizza is going to be like a godsend to me. It's going to be like I was handed a gift directly from God.
Here's the problem though. We had trouble navigating that microwave when we were sober. Doing that when we were drunk is gonna be a problem.
Jordan, do you honestly expect me to eat microwaved pizza? I'm eating it cold. I'm raw dogging it out of the box. I do that sober, never mind drunk.
Yeah, me too.
So, okay. Cold pizza, that shit goes hard. If you disagree, you're wrong.
100%.
Anyway, I digress. Pizza, immaculate. Shit tasted like kidney failure in a good way.
That's a good way to have kidney failure.
Yeah, like it was so good my kidneys shut down.
Why? Why is it kidney failure for pizza?
I think I said it tastes like organ failure earlier.
Organ failure, yeah.
So I had to pick an organ,
And kidneys came to
like
mind.
kidneys.
Kidneys like the bog standard organ. Everyone
You
just
think
thinks of
so?
a kidney, you know?
Think so?
We name beans after them. We take them from people and sell them. Like,
Okay.
we make fake ones.
So, pizza,
Fuck kidneys.
immaculate. Okay. While we were there, you know, it's not all slacking off, okay? We still got work to do. So,
Work. Capital W, baby.
we get there. I'm like, you know what? Got this. It's like 12 o'clock right now.
Popping
It's like
some
noon.
cock real quick.
It's like noon right now. Hotel. That's gonna pollute the audio like crazy.
I did that on purpose, yeah.
Anyway, the hotel says we have to check in at 3.
Chris called and told him
But
to fuck himself.
yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call and see if I can check in early. Could not check in early. They
They
had
were
a
like, no.
full house the night before. So, and it seems as if they have a full house tonight.
Oh yeah, it was jamming.
So, whatever. No big deal. There's so much shit to do in Portland. So, mind you, finding parking was a bit of a struggle.
And the price when we did find it was crazy.
Yes, but for the value we got, I don't think it was that bad.
I mean, we used it twice,
yeah.
most of the day.
So we found a parking lot. It was $20 to park for the day, but you get...
It's good till 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's parked by plate, so you get it until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Fine. I'm fine with that.
Good value proposition.
I've paid the same to park for less time in other cities. So, you know what? I'm fine with that. I didn't get a meter. It is what it is.
Meter would have been more of a hassle anyway, because we have to keep going.
Because you got to feed the
back and
meter.
forth.
You got to feed the meter.
Yeah.
So I'd rather avoid all that. Frankly.
Yeah. $20 was a convenience fee at that point.
Cost of doing business. Okay. So, we get this, parking spot, lunch. I had to reorient myself for a minute.
Happens sometimes.
You know what? There's another spot we want to check out called Holy Donut, or The Holy Donut.
I think it's just Holy Donut.
Just Holy
Recommended
Donut.
by a colleague again.
Another coworker recommended special. Like, you know what? It gives us a little bit to walk off what we just ate, and it was quite a walk. Not quite a walk, but it was like further than the lot to the pizza place.
Yeah.
It was like
pizza place and the lot with pretty much the same street, divided by like a median.
it was like 0.8 miles or something. Like, okay, easy.
Oh, and sorry, on the pizza place, the GPS took us the other direction, or the Holy Donut, was it?
That was donut. I'm about to talk about that.
Okay.
So easy, 0.8 miles. Walk down. Get to this fucking donut shop. Okay. I put Jordan in charge of navigating. Okay. Because what we were gonna do, because we had to-go boxes from our pizza. We're gonna go to my car, put the pizza in the car, and then walk to Holy Donut.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get some Holy Donuts. Now, I put Jordan in charge of navigation. He starts pointing us in the direction to go, and then we start going. Jordan has a realization after we had been walking for like 15 or 20 minutes. He goes, "I don't think we're going like the right way. I feel like we gotta go back where we came." I'm like, "Oh, we probably just missed a turn or something." At that point, I was like, it can't be that bad, surely.
And what happened, for context, let's put this into perspective. Lay out a map in your mind. The parking is the central point of that map. Down to the bottom right is where we currently are. And to the bottom left is Slab, the pizza place. And to the top left, above the parking place, is the Holy Donut. For some reason, I'm wondering, I don't know if it was because Slab was still in the GPS or something. It was also, we didn't have good service, so it was saying
GPS has been weird in this city.
It has been. It was approximating our location and everything. But literally, from the parking space, it took us all the way down to the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah,
and said that was the Holy Donut until we got there, and then it rerouted. And Chris, where did it reroute to? How many minutes?
Oh, probably like another 20.
It was about 18 minutes.
Yeah, probably like another 20. Because we had gone... Yeah, because here's the thing. Us going to the wrong destination...
Was downhill.
Was all downhill.
Yeah.
And then Jordan goes, "Oh yeah, we had to backtrack up all that."
Yeah.
I was rather annoyed with Jordan.
Yeah.
I was rather upset with Jordan. I didn't yell at him, I don't think.
No.
Because I was like, you know what? Shit happens, man. I gave him shit about it.
Luckily, I've proven myself since then because the GPS has not worked for either of us.
No, that's the thing. I was like, I'm going to play Navigator for a little bit to check Jordan's work, essentially. No, it's not worked for either of us. So I cut him a little slack now.
Yeah. But at the time, I can understand the frustration.
Yes. So, because it was what, like 85 degrees, 88 degrees.
It was like
out.
85, 86 degrees somewhere.
And, my fat ass had to walk back uphill to go get a donut, okay? So,
oh, boy.
By this time, it is sweltering, we're pouring sweat. We're just like, we're dehydrated. Things are getting bad.
Oh, I love this next part.
Things are getting bad. We get to the donut shop, okay?
Again, the wrong place by a couple feet.
Yes.
The GPS has us pass right by it.
We finally navigated to the correct spot. There's a sign outside of this establishment that says, "Form a line this way," and there's an arrow.
And there's like 20 people.
And there's like a gaggle of people. Now keep in mind, you need to factor in the dehydration here.
Yeah.
I had no water in my system. My brain was shrinking away from my skull. I was so dehydrated. I saw this group of people. I was like, oh, that's the line.
And I told him no.
And Jordan told me no. I go, you're going to tell me I'm wrong? And then
He goes and stands behind
I stand behind him. And then for a second, I had a real moment where I was like, we're in line. But they have donuts, don't they? They were not in line.
They all have boxes of donuts. The guy turns around and goes, this isn't the line.
They were not in line. I was like, oh, fuck, man.
So we go inside.
So we get inside. We got there right in time, by the way.
Oh,
because right after we were done, the place was packed. There was like 40 people in this little establishment. Mm-hmm. So we get there, and we roll up. Man, getting us a donut, okay? We
both get maple donuts.
Both got ourselves a maple donut. Those donuts were like $3.50 each, bro.
They were really good.
They were
perfectly
good,
made, but
and they were expensive
though.
And I saw there was a cooler, like a fridge in the store. Like, oh, do they have water? No, they only have hipster water.
But it's probably like $8.
Exactly. They have boxed water. I'm like, I don't
really want to be seen with that. Like, if we spot that, I would have been like, you have to drink that here.
No, I'm not down with all that, whatever that is, because if I have to spend more than like $2 on a single carton of water,
yeah,
I'm gonna get pissed off. And I was like, okay, they gotta have like just water on the menu, right? Surely. So I go up, I order the donut, Jordan orders his donut. I ask, hey, do you have tap water? Can I just get like some sink water, please? And she's like, oh, like a cup of water? I'm like, well, yeah.
I didn't want a teaspoon. Like,
no, I actually want to go back there and suck it from the sink.
Don't even turn the sink on, just go.
Yeah, I'm going to create the pressure myself, despite the fact that it's a valve that opens, but ignore that.
You just suck the valve through.
Yeah.
Or eat the valve.
So I got my sink water. It was 25 cents. Usually it's free.
Yeah.
They charge you
and they didn't even fill it. They didn't put ice,
They didn't even fill it all the way. It was like 3/4 of the way full.
They did put ice, though, which was
I
nice.
got it, and I looked at it, and I was like, oh, my God. This is like...
It was gone before we exited the store.
This was like crack cocaine to me right now. I didn't even find time to complain that it was only 3/4 of the way full. I just took it and I sucked it down.
You Minecraft.
And it was gone, bro.
Literally, dude.
Sucked down that water quick. Ate our donuts and we were off. Okay?
Yeah.
We just kind of walked around after that, honestly.
We went up the street. I called my mom in a corner, and then Chris came up with an idea.
Oh, yeah. We kind of just walked around. We stopped at a candy shop. That was quite nice.
Way back, I think, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it was way back.
So, yeah, Jordan had to talk to his mom. Nothing important, I guess. It was just to talk with his mother. It wasn't anything.
She called me while at the Holy Donut, and I was just like, oh, there's like 80 people in here.
Well, yeah, he looked at it, and he like ignored it, and I saw him, like, he had his wrist like this and was facing me. I go, Jordan, that's your mom. I'm not going to talk to her. And he just waves his hand. So he calls her back outside the store. And they're on the phone for like maybe 5 minutes. I'm like, you know what? I got time to figure out what we're gonna do next.
This is still way too early, by the way, for the hotel. Probably like 2 hours too early, or like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, it was like maybe 1:30.
Yeah.
So I wanted to hit this place called Maine Mead Works. There's a place that it's a meadery. They make mead. Mm-hmm. Which mead is fermented honey. It's honey wine. And this specific place, I've had mead from them before, and I drank it very quickly. It was very good. So I wanted to go there. So like Jordan gets off the phone, and I'm like, Jordan, I have an idea. Jordan's like, I was hoping you would have an idea.
By the time I was done, yeah.
I was like, I have an idea, Jordan. The Maine Mead Works is like another 0.8 miles away.
Just gotta keep going.
We just gotta keep trucking.
Yeah.
We just keep going. And by that time, we had 2 very pressing issues. We desperately needed water, and we desperately needed to piss. So...
There was also this, I just want to bring this up. I don't know if anyone else has seen this in their hometown. Walked by a cemetery that was giving tours.
I've never seen that before. That was fucking strange.
Fucking weird, dude. If you go to a cemetery tour, you'd should.
It wasn't like a historic thing either. It was a legit cemetery.
It actually had like a skeleton, like trying to show you like it was spooky or something. Like a little weird.
Fucking bizarre.
A little sus.
So,
dude, if I'm dead and there's some fucking tourist.
Yeah, I'm gonna haunt the fuck out of them.
I don't care. John Marston, Red Dead 2, Red Dead 1, Undead Nightmare style, and just fucking killing them.
I'm gonna crawl out of the ground. I do not care.
Stop throwing Deadeye and blow all their heads off.
So, we head down to the meadery, okay? On our way, we're like, man, we need something to drink.
Like, we need to piss,
like
really bad, but drinking is like a necessity.
We're gonna perish if we don't.
Yeah. So we turn a corner.
We turn a corner. What do we see?
We see the meadworks in the distance, and then right before it is a gas station.
And this gas station, big convenience store.
Yeah.
Regular sized convenience store. Okay. We're there. All right.
We bust in the place like we own it.
We kick the door in. Where's the fucking water at, bro?
No, we found the water.
And we found the water. And Jordan got the Poland Spring with the squirt. It's got the little fountain, the nipple on it.
A little squirty squirt.
There was a bottle below it that was giant, and that's the one I got. So I'm like, man, I need to just down all of this.
Shout out to the counter guy, by the way, who punched in something, and those 2 big ass waters. Chris's was like, probably like a quart, almost.
I feel it was a large vat of water.
Mine was probably like 29 ounces, 30 ounces, somewhere around there, and that shit was $2.
$2? That
was $2
for both of them.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, guy went, and he goes, I think it still worked to get you the buy one get one.
Fuck yeah, dude!
I
out.
was like, hey, I said to him, I was like, hey, thanks, man. I don't think you heard, because literally, as soon as that card run, Chris was like,
well, yeah, I had one mission, was to take the water and ingest it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So I was tunnel vision on that water.
You mixed with the vodka, by the way.
Ginger beer.
Any good? You were saying it was schmack, right? I want to mix something. I just got Coke.
Do you want this one?
I think it'll be with Coke, I wonder.
With Coke?
Yeah.
Just Coca-Cola, no alcohol involved?
No, in Tito's, I'm saying. Not with ginger beer.
Oh, Coke with this? With this? Yeah. Pretty good, probably.
Yeah, let me do that first. Never had ginger beer.
Because it's not going to really taste like anything. This just tastes like ginger.
I got to get like a little drunk, especially with what's coming.
Okay.
What the fuck? It's the weird spout. So stop that.
I only vaguely heard the guy say something about, oh, you got a good deal on him.
Yeah. And he was chilling.
So we got outside. I'm like, George, we got to stop for a minute here.
Yeah, Chris had to take a breath. Keep in mind, we're dodging traffic this whole time. By the way, crosswalks in Maine and
we're
Portland,
dodging
Maine
traffic.
Are fucking ridiculous.
I'm a very hefty individual. I'm a fat fuck. Okay, so I needed a minute. Okay. I need to hydrate and catch my breath.
And at this point, my hip, all the cartilage in my hip got deleted.
Yeah, Jordan needs a hip replacement, but that's something we'll address later.
We'll get into, yeah.
So, we get outside this place. We're chilling in the shade for a minute, sucking down this water. I drank like half of it in one go.
Yeah.
Meadworks in the distance. We get there. Shit, dude, it's like the fucking promised land.
What the fuck?
Are you okay right now?
I gotta dilute that a little more.
Would you say it tastes like ball hair?
No, it's definitely better than ball hair.
I got some ball hair right here if you want it.
Shout out to that podcast episode.
So,
just like TV static following the Coke. Dude.
We get to the Meadworks. Can you just stop distracting me, please?
Sorry, man. I'm just a funny guy.
We get to Maine Meadworks. It's like the fucking promised land.
Dude, Dude, it was like the pearly white gates at the end of the light.
Dude, it was so great. We got in there, and we looked disgusting. We looked homeless. We were terrible
I'm
looking.
surprised the guy served us. Chris, I was thinking the whole time, like, I looked just putrid. I'm like, I'm a little sweaty, but I had a hat on. So, like, I had the waterfall waiting under the brim. Chris had no hat. He had this thick, gelatinous-looking piece of sweat.
Dude,
just going down the side of his face.
Pouring sweat.
And this guy, as we walk in,
like,
I took a sampler.
Legit. It looked like someone dumped a bucket of water on me. I was moist.
Yeah.
I came in, I got in there, okay. Try to picture this as a cashier at I guess technically a wine bar.
Yeah.
So, try to picture this. Two guys walk in. One of them is extremely overweight, and he's going. He pulls his shirt up over his face and wipes all the sweat onto his shirt. And the front of his shirt is all soaked because of his sweaty ass face. And he goes, "Hey man, what do you got like samplers here? Is that what that is on the menu?"
As you point, yeah.
I pointed at the menu. He goes, "Yeah man, it's all 2-ounce pours of like 4 different flavors."
4 flavors of your choice.
He was very professional, shout out.
Oh, he was fucking awesome, both of them were.
Yeah.
And one guy came over and was like, "Yo, what do you like the most?"
Things? After I had drinking most of what I had.
Yeah.
But I ordered the thing. They checked their IDs, as per usual. Because this is the comment we've gotten all day. Only 3 days apart?
Oh, your birthdays so close together. That's the comment we've gotten at every single store where we've needed IDs.
Every day. Or every single time today.
Yeah.
I digress. There's 2 very important things. Alcohol and a bathroom. Okay?
Yes, dude, the bath. I booked it for the bathroom.
Jordan went in first.
Beelined.
He came back. I made sure the coast was clear.
Yep.
I went in. I went to the bathroom, came back. I was sipping up this mead.
Yeah, we were just sipping and chilling, honestly.
We were chilling in a literal sense.
It was nice and cool in there.
It was cool. It was quiet, comparatively.
It was literally it was like going to a Panera Bread, but it was mead.
I've never been to a Panera Bread, so
just so like quiet and calm.
I'll have to take your word on it. Yeah, and it was nice. The vibes were very immaculate, honestly. I was expecting it to be like a very pretentious hipstery place, but no, it was actually very good. The vibes were very good. They do not serve food. They only serve mead. So if you're hungry, do not go there. Eat something first.
Yeah, that was our plan too. Was that we were hoping that since we had slab and donuts, we'd be full to the brim, and we'd be able to. So yeah, we'd be able to like soak up some of that alcohol and avoid, especially Chris specifically.
Because I had to drive.
He was the driver, so.
And it was 4 2-ounce pours of mead, so 8 ounces total. I only drank like part of the 4th one.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't very good. I didn't like it. It was
It
was like mango habanero, and I got it because I thought it was interesting, and it was not very good.
It was interesting, but not very good. And I drank 2 of mine and then left a little bit of the other 2.
So I drank most of it, and I didn't feel anything. So I was like, all right, we're good. And by that time, we had killed enough time to walk back to the parking lot, get in my car, and drive to the hotel.
Yeah.
For our check-in at 3 p.m.
And that's actually where my leg failed.
Yeah, so...
I went bum leg mode.
Jordan's leg removed itself from existence.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly you're experiencing right now.
I don't know, dude. It's just like right on my hip. It's just like the sharp pain every time I lift my leg like that. It just hurts.
Weird.
I think it's more like a muscle cramp. I think we were so dehydrated that I cramped, and it just has lasting effects at the moment.
Yeah. I got that, like my ankles are kind of burning. Like they hurt. I don't know if it's a fat guy thing.
I don't know why that description was so funny to me. My ankles are just burning.
I don't know, maybe it's a fat guy thing. I've heard that from other fat guys, so fat guys let me know. But we get back, man, sitting down in that Fiesta was like...
Dude.
It was... the feeling can only honestly be compared to like a dose of pure fentanyl. Just like, man, I have so many endorphins going right now. I feel great. I'm euphoric. Sitting in this fucking car right now with the AC blaring at me.
I was ready to pop the seat back and just sleep.
We were very tired at this point, very dehydrated still.
Yeah, that was not nearly enough water for either of us.
No, I crushed the water that I had, and I was still like, man, I need like a gallon of water. But we drive to the hotel. Without incident, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We get to the hotel.
Get in, check in.
Jordan immediately runs and goes to piss.
As usual.
I check in. Get up to the hotel. The hotel, mind you, because hotel room. We paid like $200 or $50 for this hotel room.
Yeah.
And it is significantly better than the $750 Airbnb in Monterey.
Yeah.
Leagues better. It's clean in here.
I mean, the only thing that's bad about this hotel room is the lighting and the outlets. Like, the lighting's all lamps, and the outlets, there's one of them over there that if you plug something in, and it just falls out.
Oh,
my
and the
Steam
fridge,
Deck won't
I
even
guess.
charge in there.
And the fridge, I guess. The fridge is small.
Tiny, like it's the
a
tiniest
mini.
mini fridge I've seen.
It's a very mini, particularly mini fridge.
Mm-hmm.
So, but all in all, it's a very nice hotel room.
God damn, that last fucking little bit hit different.
It's a fine hotel room. I'm having a great time in here. I'm liking it in here. I took a shower earlier. The water pressure's good.
Oh, is it? That's
okay. It's a good situation. The drain leaves a lot to be desired, but
fucking Chris is making sand jellies over here.
it's pretty. I did nothing of the sort in the shower. I just cleaned myself because the odor my body was creating was fucking
vile.
It was enough to kill.
You lay on that bed. The sheets were white. They turned brown.
They turned black with my stink.
All right, now Chris, all the happiness
This
aside,
is where this gets bad.
all the happiness aside, we started to set up. We have equipment like this camera, all our other stuff. And we have a special thing we had planned for this trip. It was like a last minute idea I think Chris had, and it was like, or it's like a joke he made that we decided to execute.
I think it was a joke I might have made on the podcast.
Yeah, which we won't spoil it this time unless Chris wants to, but it was basically a joke he made that we decided to execute on.
Oh, man.
And we brought all the equipment, and we set it up, and we're ready to execute. And we run into a first hurdle.
We were the ones who were executed.
So, for context, this plan has to do with a video game. So we're actually going to play a game on the podcast.
Yes.
Should we just say it? What it is?
Yeah, I suppose. Okay, so because we're gonna do this anyway.
Yeah,
if we can figure it out, we're gonna do it anyway, just not now. I wanted to play. Okay, for nostalgia's sake, I want to play Black Ops 2 Zombies.
Split screen.
On
the PS3.
On the PlayStation 3. It's a nostalgia sort of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I played the shit out of Black Ops 2 Zombies, and playing Black Ops 2 Zombies split screen was an experience that was so rare for me, but just so euphoric.
Yeah,
I've used that word a lot today. It was so surreal, just so perfect.
Stimulates that fucking brain, dude.
It scratches an itch deep in my brain.
So that was the plan. We're gonna play Black Ops 2. No big deal. I got the game. I had some issues prior to getting the game working, which maybe we'll talk about when I'm less drunk. But
he got it going.
Got it working. Good to go. So that was before the trip. We get it going.
Here's where it kind of the fault kind of comes to me a little bit here.
Yes, this is where we broke even today. I fucked up the GPS and Chris fucked up what he's about to say.
So, on our last trip to Monterey, I brought my laptop, my Lenovo ThinkPad T440p. It's a laptop from 2012. I made a video about it that got like 40,000 views.
That's fucking
awesome. I'm not gonna brag or anything.
You would never brag about 40,000.
It only got like 40,000 views.
It was actually, so it only got like 41,365 views, and then like,
it only got like 40,000, more than 40,000 views. Okay, I'm not gonna brag or anything.
Yeah, Chris, being a small man is interesting. I'm already drunk.
I'm a little tipsy.
That one little, I did put a good amount of vodka in here, but like I'm
I'm
fucking,
a little
things
tipsy.
are moving. Dude.
It's enough to slightly divert my focus.
Yeah, same.
So I but on that laptop I have I had installed Pop OS, which is a Linux distribution based on Ubuntu. That's just very easy to work with.
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
Tad little jargon, yeah.
It's very easy to work with.
Yep.
Yeah, you insult me, okay? And I had installed it, and it works great for podcast stuff normally.
That's great.
Super easy to work with. I'm very fluent in that sort of workspace. I could do shit in the terminal very well. And it's just something that works for me, and it's free.
Always good when stuff's free.
I love free shit. If it's free, it's for me, okay? So.
Yep. So.
Turns out.
You bought an Elgato, by the way.
I bought an Elgato, a used Elgato off of
a coworker.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have this Elgato.
HD60 Plus, baby.
And, you know, leading up to this, the night before this trip, mind you, I am very drunk. I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a few drinks. I'm going to pack. And I had a few more drinks. You know how it goes, okay? So I didn't do much packing. And what completely slipped my mind was to actually test the thing that I bought.
Yeah.
And I didn't. So I was thinking, oh, there's got to be a workaround. That's how Linux is. There's always a workaround.
Yeah.
Okay? There was a workaround, technically.
It was just a bitch.
It was a pain in the ass. I'm like, you know what?
You like compile it from scratch, didn't you?
You had to like download a bunch of dependencies and get like the Mac version of the driver and build it from source, which takes fucking hours.
Fuck that.
It takes fucking hours on my desktop.
Let alone
never mind that fucking thing.
Oh, and we have no internet here. Like he's using his hotspot at 70 kilobytes per second.
Dude, it's fucking abysmal. So I said, you know what's gonna be a lot quicker? Not quick, but quicker.
Yeah.
If I download a Windows 10 ISO right now,
and boot into that.
We go buy a USB drive.
Luckily, I had one.
And I boot into Windows and install Windows, and we'll be good. Jordan had a USB drive. Came in clutch with the USB drive.
Yeah, dude. It was funny when the realization hit me. I like jumped up. I was like, Chris,
yeah,
I got one.
So we had this USB drive. I installed Windows. There's a short clip of us getting Windows going on the laptop,
yeah.
Which if this turns out to be a video, it will be in.
Yeah.
So
that was funny. We
get everything going. Windows is on here. Elgato connects. The software's there.
It's shit, but it's there.
This software for Elgato's god fucking awful. So you know what? We're chilling now. We are chilling. Okay? Things could not be going better for us at this moment.
At this point, we're like...
The hurdle...
Let's do it.
The hurdle has been jumped over.
Yeah, we're ready to go. We're about to go to the bar. We're going to come back and...
Yeah, we were about to go to a bar. Bar and grill restaurant bar called Liquid Riot. And I'm like, Jordan, test that bitch. Make sure it works. Beep. He plugs everything in, turns on the PlayStation. No signal.
Doesn't work.
No fucking signal.
No biggie. Just YouTube videos.
I'm like, yeah, let's just YouTube it, dude. Easy. You know what's not? Okay. You know what's a problem still in the year of our Lord 2022? HDCP.
Yeah, there's a feature.
High definition content protection.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a problem with the launch of the PS4. I remember that very vividly. Where if your PlayStation detects that you're trying to skim content from it with a capture card or some other device.
Because that's what it does.
it's not happy about it and will blank out your screen.
Yeah, until you remove that device.
Until you remove the device. If we plug it directly into the TV, it's fine.
And even with, well, we'll get there, but yeah, it's fine as long as the device is in there.
You know what? We look it up. There's a workaround. I really hope we don't have to buy anything, but there's a workaround. We have to buy something.
They'll buy HDMI splitter.
You need an HDMI splitter and we need another HDMI cord. And I'm like, fuck, man.
He's not happy at all.
I was saying just nix it. Let's just do it some other time.
I was adamant.
Jordan was adamant. And he goes, where's the nearest Best Buy? Like, oh my God, are we really doing this?
10 minutes away from where the bar we were going to
So it was like 10 minutes away from the bar. It was like a little further down the highway. All right, fuck it.
I convinced Chris. I approached it perfectly. Like I knew Chris's limits, so I was like, listen, man, I'm all for it. I'll pay for it.
This is how well Jordan knows me. This is how well Jordan knows me.
I was like, let's fucking do it. I was like, I'll pay for it, dude. I'll return it after, no big deal.
He was talking about it, I was on the fence, and then he goes, yeah, I'm on the side of just doing it. I'm like, fuck, whatever. Let's do it.
So we go to Best Buy.
Okay.
I'll tell this side of the story, because it fucked me over.
Dude, Jordan was
I don't care what it is. Just pour me something.
Oh.
So
here, you're gonna need.
I'm gonna need something.
Need a bit of this.
So we go to Best Buy, right? And
there you go, buddy.
We get to Best Buy.
That'll fix you up.
And I'm chilling, right? I'm like, let's just get what we need. I just want to make this video. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I can just return whatever this is. I can get my money back. Let me pour this with focus so I don't spill it.
Because you know if you're buying cables, they're gonna fuck you.
They're gonna get you that Best Buy tax or that in-store tax. So we go to the section. Chris finds it somehow very quickly, actually. Impressively quickly.
Well, because I saw TVs and I was like, oh, it's gotta be near these.
So he finds it. No big deal. We get the splitter. The splitter didn't have a price on it. Again, no big deal. The cable did. We were laughing. We were like, bro, this.
Dude, we were kind of giggling. We were kind of geeking.
This cable was $30. This HDMI cable, right? Again, no big deal.
Oh,
you doing all right there, bud? Oh,
it tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Really?
Yeah.
So we hit the cable. I don't know why I'm saying hit. We get the cable.
We hit that bitch.
We get the cable.
Smack the fuck out of that cable.
We get the splitter. We go to the counter. This girl rings me up. Let me take a hit real quick.
Gotta hit this Tito's.
She rings me up. She asks my number. I'm like, girl, bang, 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 bang. There it is. She gets my name.
For rewards purposes, obviously.
Of course. Anyway, so she gets my number, and she's like, yo, you're this guy, right? I'm like, yep, that's me. That's me.
I'm Jordan.
She's like, all right, sick. Here's your rewards. Your total is $105.74. I made up the last part, but it's $105 something.
Because, well...
I thought she said $10.50.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. My rewards be hitting different.
Yeah, because for reference, before this, we're at a gas station getting a couple things, just drinks and shit. And Jordan was having a lot of trouble with his card. Mm-hmm. So he was like, he said to me beforehand, he's like, I see my card's going to work. Yeah. And he starts paying, and then I didn't hear the interaction. I was paying attention to something else.
You were just chilling.
And then I looked back. I was on standby. And I look back at Jordan, and he's got this big fucking smirk on his face. I go, what, is it working? Is that what you're smiling about?
And I just went,
And then he pays, and we walk out. Jordan goes, listen, dude.
I go, how much do you think that costs? I was like, what do you think this cable and splitter costs? And Chris gives me a ballpark estimate of $60.
I said $60, so the cable's $30, so that's got to be like another $30.
It was $105.
That fucking HDMI splitter was what, $70 on its own?
$70 for the HDMI splitter.
Man.
So, I bought it anyway. I was chilling. I just didn't want to sound like one of those arrogant customers in front of the lady. That's why
serious?
That's why I led Chris on with like, oh, how much do you think it costs? Because I was going to return it anyway, but I didn't want to be like, oh my god, $105. You shouldn't be at Best Buy if you can't spend $105. Like, you know. So I'm just chilling, but I'm just...
Cost of doing business.
That's the theme for today. But I'm still just laughing about it, and Chris says that, and Chris's face, it was just a funny interaction all over. And I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. I just want this thing to work.
Dropped a bag at Best Buy, and we're like,
I'm feeling good, dude. I'm ready.
We got the shit that we need.
Yeah. We're ready to
We need to get to
the bar, baby.
The bar. I'm like, man, after all this, I need... This guy needs a beer.
Now, this part is all you, baby.
Dude, holy shit. The drive from the Best Buy to the bar was like a 10 or 12 minute drive. And it is genuinely the angriest I've ever been in a very long time. And definitely the angriest I've ever been in front of Jordan.
Yeah.
First of all...
And I've seen him pretty angry.
The fucking GPS wasn't working at all.
Dude.
It was not functioning whatsoever. And it was to the point where I was trying to make it work. And I was trying to get this thing to work. And I was yelling at my fucking Android Auto to make this shit work.
So for context, this was actually before the Best Buy, now that I think about it. Because my fear was that I had finally got Chris on board. I had coerced him.
Oh, it was to get to Best Buy.
I had coerced him into being on board with this whole plan, and I was afraid that this was going to set you over the edge and make you go, fuck it, we're not going.
Kind of did, but not in the bad way.
So I pulled it back in where I was like, hey, I got it on my phone, no big deal, bud, I'll guide you. Because that's where we did the whole drive up.
Easy.
I was like, I got this, bro. So he's finally back on board. This all happens. The way back, same issue. But I'm like, no big deal. We're chilling. We're in a good mood. We know the way back roughly.
Yeah, easy.
Easy
Dub. Okay, I was like, I really don't feel like doing a lot more walking today.
Now, let's park right outside the bar, dude.
Let's park. The bar has parking. There's parking spots out the ass outside this bar.
All over.
There's
Front,
so many fucking
maybe.
parking spots. It looks like a goddamn Walmart, okay? There's so many fucking parking spots.
Yeah.
Okay. I drive to this establishment with a lot of with a lot of difficulty, mind you.
Yeah.
Because people just don't know where the fuck they are in
and
the
the
city.
fucking lanes are like...
Are retarded. They're just like...
right, left, right, left, right, left.
I feel like there's been a lot of discussion about my use of that word, by the way.
Yeah, lately, right?
I apologize if that offends anyone.
It's meant in jest, kind of.
It's just how I grew up. I apologize. So, there's sections of road where there's just no lines, and it's definitely wide enough to be like 3 lanes. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm to do here.
You make
so
your own
I try to
lane.
stick to the middle.
It said Build-A-Bear, but for lanes.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I'm getting progressively more and more heated. And we get to this bar, we pull into a spot, and what do we see? There's a sign that says, parking for...
Like a beauty something.
Beauty
bitch.
works or something. Some beauty salon that's above the bar.
But no big deal, we'll just around the corner.
You know what, whatever. We go around the corner to the front of the bar.
Now this is literally the entrance of the bar.
This is literally, we drove past the stairs
to get into the door.
Into the bar. Okay? I weaved between the stairs and like a power pole or some shit. Okay? There's one parking space. Great. Okay, there's parking right in front of the fucking door practically.
You can throw me from the car to the door.
Legit.
Easy.
I could reach my hand out and shake the waiter's hand.
Yeah.
Okay? Because of how close we were to this door here.
Right.
Same thing.
Beauty bitch.
Another sign. And there's signs on all the spots.
For
different businesses. I was like, this is a bar. I feel like this bar gets way more business than the beauty salon or the other businesses around here.
Which was proved by the fact that the beauty salon was closed and the bar was packed.
And the bar was open. There was so many fucking people in that place.
There was literally like fucking 15, 20 people in there.
It was enough people to notice that there's a lot of people, but not enough people to be annoying. If you know what I'm saying.
It wasn't a huge bar. It was decent size, but.
So, I'm already furious. I am so fucking mad.
I'm mad because my leg is still hurting. Now we have to park in our reserve spot, like 0.7 miles away.
So I'm so fucking mad. We drive back the remaining half mile or whatever to the parking lot. Okay, we get to this fucking parking lot, and the way the GPS took me, this road that this parking lot is on is
not possible.
It's a one-way. So the way we took had us adjacent to the parking lot, but we couldn't turn left to get to the entrances.
And the entrance at March was a bar, a steel
Yeah, there was
guardrail.
a big guardrail in front of it, so, fuck us, I guess.
Chris is fucking fuming at this point. This might be the angriest I've seen you.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
I just fucking let fly at anything that was in front of me.
And someone walked out in front of us relatively recent to that, too.
And here's the thing. The whole time, I was trying to do a little bit with Jordan. I was like... Because I wasn't mad at Jordan. I wasn't trying to direct my anger at Jordan.
No.
I made it a specific point to not direct my anger at Jordan.
Doing a bit. Because we were filming at the time.
Yeah. Because it's happened to me before. It's like people are just angry at something else and they direct their anger towards me. And that's shitty.
That's ridiculous, yeah.
So I'm trying to direct my anger elsewhere.
By making it into a comedy bit.
I'm trying to do a little bit to try to, release this tension here. Yeah. Try to get some little comedy
bit being
going.
About like a store
about parking. I said, Jordan, it boiled down to, Jordan, if you owned a business and you had customers who drove cars who were at this business, what would you put out front? Right? For customers to put their cars. And that was the whole bit. And the amount of time it took me to get that out was fucking ridiculous.
It was literally like 8 minutes.
Because what happened was, firstly, it took us to the wrong side of the parking lot. And I couldn't turn left because it was a one-way. So I had to loop around the goddamn city.
I had to tell Chris what street to hit.
Yeah.
So we had distracted.
we had to make a loop. And I was like, oh, I'll pull through, take a left, swing around, and then come down the one-way. The street that I came up to turn around,
turn left.
You cannot turn left. It's another one-way. So.
Bit problematic.
Yeah.
So I start to guide Chris. I'm like, hit this street, we'll turn around, so on.
So at this point, I'm letting fly at fucking everything. I'm yelling at the GPS. I'm yelling at pedestrians.
One guy walked out, like
right
in front of us.
One guy walked out. I feel like I called him everything in the book.
You hit him with a fucking dictionary, dude.
I called him everything in the book. I wrote a new book and called him everything in that one, too.
Yeah, but you fucking spoke Simoleon. Sims. You're like, Dorgo Snarb.
I let fly at just people who are walking out in front of me, crossing where there's no crosswalk whatsoever. There's no
Traffic
crosswalk.
Out the ass.
Traffic is fucking bussing at this
People
time.
Were like swerving. One guy passed another guy on a double solid yellow.
Oh yeah, by the way, someone passed another guy.
Coming towards us.
There's a 2-lane road with a double yellow in the middle. A guy swerves around. No headlights on, by the way.
Yeah,
no headlights on.
That's right. He didn't have any
and
headlights.
It was dark enough to need headlights. He swerved around across the double yellow towards us, right in front of us, and then swerves back around to pass the guy.
And the guy's doing like 25 with a shit ton of pedestrians around. Like, it's not that bad.
Yeah, Jordan, if you were going to drive in a place where you expect to see a lot of people,
you might go and you
didn't
want
to hit any people,
no, it's bad for the reputation.
You might go a little slower.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe a little bit.
Just like the whole parking thing, I might put parking out front.
Exactly. So, whatever. There's all kinds of tomfoolery and chicanery and monkey business going on around us at this time.
Right.
And I'm just fuming.
I'm trying to
so
balance.
Mad.
We're both mad, and I'm trying to balance Chris out.
Mad.
Because the last thing I want is Chris goes into like this lockout mode, where if he gets to a point where he's so mad, his whole day is ruined. And the last thing I want is this trip that we plan to be like a bad experience.
I also explained this. If I don't vent my anger,
it'll just boil over.
That's when it ruins my day. If I'm consistently angry, but I'm also consistently venting my anger, it's not going to ruin my day.
And that's exactly what I wanted. Because I still wanted this to be a good day.
With all the failures we had in this day, I still had a good time.
Same. I'm having a good time now.
We still had a great time. I'm having a really good time.
11.
I'm having a really good time now. So, right, we finally get to this fucking bar. We finally get there.
And it was a great time.
And I said, Jordan, if I can't get myself a cheeseburger, I'm going to turn this place upside down. Thankfully. Not full cheeseburgers, but they had sliders on the menu. So I'm like, you know what? They're cheeseburgers, but small.
Cheeseburger adjacent.
I'm going to let it slide, okay?
Yeah.
It's 2 little cheeseburgers. I'm fine with that.
So we each had a beer and some sliders. I had chicken sliders.
I ordered some fries because I was hungry.
I ate some of his fries.
And, all was right with the world.
The waitress, super nice. She was very hands-off. I personally like waitresses and waiters that are hands-off. Like, just give me my food, ask me how it is once, and then fuck off. I don't want you there every 10 seconds,
Yeah, check in.
And then bounce. And
don't bother me.
And that's what she did. She was just chilling. She was like, you need any refills? Nah, we're good. All right, bye.
Yeah. I had my beer.
Great waitress.
I had my beer. Jordan had his beer. Because I was going to get one thing. I was going to get one beer, which it was like a 16-ounce glass or bottle, and it was like 12 or 14% alcohol, and I said, that's probably a bad idea for me right now.
To have to drive, yeah.
Because I have to drive I have to drive us back. So I just got a regular beer. It's like 4% alcohol. So like, okay, I'm fine with that. Because I ate first, then I drank it. Because I feel like if I drank it first, it was all going to hit me at once.
Right.
So,
no, that makes sense.
I'm like, you know what? I don't want to mess around with that, especially after the drive. So, had our beer, had our food. Man, conversation in that bar was fucking phenomenal.
We actually got to film a little bit in public, which we've been having a hard time with because we're not fucking professional vloggers, so it's
we're also not assholes, is the thing.
It's a little awkward for us, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people that do film in public and don't care are assholes, and we're not trying to be that because they're insufferable.
But we got to make a couple funny pieces.
Yeah, there was the thing with there was a couple of things that we filmed that was very interesting. And this place, us in that bar in that moment, excellent time.
Great time.
Excellent time.
Dude,
I had a fantastic time. Everything's turning around.
I'm ready, dude, to go make our Black Ops
we have all our equipment. We have some food in us. We have some drinks, right? We know that we're about to head back,
and
20 minutes back, make a good video, get fucking drunk.
As I am now. Yep.
And, make a little video and then do our podcast.
Yeah,
okay?
and tomorrow's the final day, the big day, to do all the stuff we need.
The main attraction, as I said.
Yeah, which we have talked about, so think long and hard about what it is. We've talked about it before. Why would we be in Maine?
Yes, I feel like We've mentioned it
a lot.
An establishment in Maine, but I don't think I've mentioned specifically what it is.
You have.
Okay.
We've talked about it.
Run it through the archives.
Yeah, I don't know if go back and watch it.
Don't put a clip here, but if you watch, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So.
That's tomorrow's voyage.
Yeah, we get back here.
We're ready to unwind for the night, baby.
We're ready to unwind, get some drinks, get a Black Ops video going.
Do this podcast going.
Right.
So right before this, what did we do? I took a piss. I know that. I did that. As always.
All right, before this, I mean, you need to get everything going to make sure our equipment worked.
Yeah, I had to hook up the splitter and get all that going. So I don't know if we mentioned this, but the solution to this HDCP issue, according to the YouTubes, was to hook up an HDMI splitter. So in essence, you're taking the input from the PS3 and splitting that to an output to the TV and an output to the Elgato, and therefore it works. Fantastic, right? So that's what we bought, was that splitter and the cable.
Yeah.
So Chris goes, he's like, hey, I'm gonna take a shower. Hook it up.
Yeah, just dick around with it. Get it going. Working. I'm gonna go take a shower because
we're a sweaty boy.
Dude, I fucking smell like a corpse right now. I gotta wash the stink off my body.
Not to mention, by the way, we had our Steam Decks. We played earlier in the day. Good times, man.
Oh yeah, we were deck boys. Okay.
We were decking it out, man.
We were in our beds, our separate beds, playing with our decks.
Separate.
Watching each other,
I asked Chris, like, yo, what are you doing with your deck over there, bro? He's like, I'm playing this this fucking
game called Forager.
I
think is what it was called.
Forager.
I was not playing Factorio.
I was playing Batman. We were having a good time.
Dude, we were having a good time.
So,
all right.
I hooked up the equipment.
Equipment gets hooked up. I'm in the shower.
We dual booted Windows.
We got Windows going on the laptop. Good. I'm in. I take my shower. Jordan's messing with all the equipment. And Jordan, what happened what event transpired while I was in the shower?
So Chris comes out, and the initial issue was, as Chris mentioned earlier, the HDMI would cut out as soon as the Elgato was connected to the PS3. It was like, bro, what the fuck's going on?
Bro, what are you doing? You're trying to record content right now?
So
not gonna happen.
The splitter, I thought was a big improvement. I turned it on, and the TV came on. I was like, that's fucking great, because it would blank out the TV too. So I was like, that's fucking great, dude. We got this shit going. Boot up the laptop. Boot it up.
Going good.
Hit fucking go. and the Elgato blinks red, and it had been doing that all night, and it just blinked red on initial startup, and then it shows a black screen. Fuck.
Yeah, there's something odd afoot.
So I do a little more troubleshooting. Chris finally comes out of the shower. We put our heads together. We can't figure it out. I finally go to Elgato's webpage. It's still a black screen. Turns out, for those of you who might be using the Elgato HD60S Plus, whatever the fuck, solid 7 red LEDs for a brief second at the startup. What that means is HDCP protected HDMI input and therefore cannot record. So fun fact to you, I hope that helps.
Also, if for some reason you're recording from a PlayStation 3,
it will not
it's
work.
not going to work. And if I'm very curious, if someone hears this one day and gets it to work, I'd be very curious how you did it.
So what it turns out to be...
If you send us very detailed instructions...
I would love to know.
I would love to know if we can't figure it out. Because we're going to do this video one way or another. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
But we're just going to have to figure it out, you know,
on
how
our
we're
own
going
time.
to do it. Yeah.
So,
when we're not on, like, you know, borrowed time, essentially.
Yeah, so the short and long of it is we cannot get it working with the equipment we have here available at our disposal.
Yes.
So, that was like the most cognitive sentence I've said under the influence, man. That was fucking good. So, we can't get it working. We can still play, so we're going to do something, but it's not going to be what we wanted. So, honestly, I'm drinking away my sorrows right now because I was looking forward to this. Like,
I feel like Jordan took it a lot harder than I did.
I did.
I got out of the shower because in my mind, when I knew we were having all these troubles with the capture card, I put it out of my mind. I was like, you know what? In my mind, this is already over.
So I think Chris might have realized at one point that I was totally upset about it because like I tend to be a very blunt, upset person.
Jordan's heart was just shattered.
like I think Chris came out. He goes, I think we should put the bag on this one. And my response was just yeah. Like, you know when you get a response that's yeah, or yeah, or like, okay, there's a problem.
Yeah.
My response, I believe my exact response to you was like, you were like, I think we should just ask this. I said, yep. That was my exact response. I said one word to
because
Chris.
I was like, Jordan, we need to get the podcast going.
I just started unplugging stuff, and I didn't say another word to Chris until we sat down. I unplugged everything
and
one
then,
at a time.
like, we were both kind of, like, a little annoyed at that point.
I just thought this was going to be such a cool idea, dude.
Because Jordan was trying... I think it's an excellent idea, but, you know, I
fell in love with it the minute Chris mentioned it.
Maybe I give up on things too easily, but I understand this isn't going to happen right now, but it will happen at some point.
Absolutely, I'm making this happen. I don't care.
Because
I have to
worst case scenario, I just grab my Xbox 360 and we do it that way.
Yeah, that guy did show that putting it at 720 on the 360 does work.
So,
because it's also HDCP.
So we were both kind of a little annoyed. I said Jordan was very, you know, kind of angry. And I feel like the energy kind of transferred between us. We were a little annoyed, and I was like, man, maybe this isn't going to go very well. And we had like a back and forth that got... It was like, it started off, both of us were annoyed, and then it slightly got progressively more and more like, you know, us just ribbing each other like we would normally.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh.
Well, it started with me forgetting to plug in the HDMI. Or not the HDMI, the HDMI. I forgot to plug it in at one point. And that's where like the ribbing kind of started.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, still broken.
And at the end of the day, we were chilling at that point. I'm like, you know, we're ready to do this thing. We're ready to do this thing, do a podcast.
Set up the camera.
We set it all up.
Situation.
I took a shot immediately, so I'm like, I gotta fucking level myself out.
I think it was two.
Maybe, I don't know.
2 or 3. I saw you take a lunch over there. I'm
not that drunk, honestly.
I think it was 2. Yeah, I think you did the wild turkey, and I think you also did.
This is how I gauge my drunkenness, is how willing I would be to drive. If I was like really in a pinch, like life or death, I would drive.
Manual or automatic?
Automatic.
Okay.
Automatic.
No manual?
No manual. Okay. Absolutely not. Dude, I couldn't drive life either. Or death, okay? Like, I'm talking like, if you don't drive right now, your entire family's gonna blow up. I would drive. But, if you were like, hey, Chris, you wanna go back up to Portland, get another Holy Donut? I'd be like, absolutely not, Jordan. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm drunker than I was in Monterey. I'm trying to keep it real on it because, like, I don't want to get kicked out. But, like, things are fucking moving.
I'm trying to pace myself because I know we got another one to do.
Me too, yeah. That's why I've stopped with this for now.
That's why I didn't pour myself another one. So that was it. I took a couple shots. I got going. I took a shower.
And we started the show.
I feel like this is the exact thing we did in Monterey. Mm-hmm. We did a full recap, and that's, we ended off, just minutes before we started the show.
Somehow we're an hour and 20 minutes in.
This was a slightly longer explanation. I feel like we were just a little bit more inebriated for this one. Mm-hmm. We were a little more sauced.
The drinking didn't start until episode 2 of the Monterey one.
The heavy drinking.
Well, we took like one shot in episode 1. Like, we were totally sober in episode 2.
Because I was at since we left that hike, and I confirmed we were not going anywhere.
Drinking.
I started drinking, and I was at when we did the second segment that we ended up doing, because by the time this is out, the video probably won't be out.
Yeah, probably.
But when we did the second segment, I had been drinking whiskey and Coke and shit. And I was at a 6 for most of the day. I was fairly lit, but I wasn't, to a point. I'm at where I was.
It was again like life or death driving.
I'm at where I'm at now, where I was like, man, I could function right now. I can form complete sentences.
But barely.
But in that second episode that we filmed, I was like, man, what the fuck are we talking about right now?
Yeah.
So
yeah. That was a recap, honestly, of what's going on. So, needless to say, that Black Ops 2 thing will be coming as a separate video. We are going to do a little bit here, just probably with over-the-shoulder camera. But,
it won't be a huge part of the video like I thought it was going to be, because in the last travel vlog we did, we had specific segments that we ended up doing that ended up taking chunks of the video.
Oh, bits and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So, that's what I had planned for this, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. I feel like the main majority of our film is going to be done tomorrow because, like I said, that's the main event is tomorrow.
And also, I feel like today has bolstered my confidence just a little bit, not a lot, as in filming in public. I feel like the bar was a good balance because we had the discretion of the noise and the privacy. Yeah. So we felt more confident about it because I really don't like just sitting there hey, Chris, how you feeling, man?
Hey, Jordan.
Yeah, it's just something, it's not in me. So I think we need to build up to that. Yeah. And I think today kind of helped with that.
I agree.
So tomorrow is the main attraction.
Main attraction, because we got to get some shots of this particular place that we're going.
Dude, if we don't have B-roll footage, we just got to quit our jobs.
I'm not talking B-roll, I'm not talking C-roll. We need A-roll, baby.
Yeah, dude.
A-roll, okay.
I'm surprised I haven't pounded this bag yet.
roll. All right.
But
bottom line, we did all that shit, and now we're here.
And we're prepping for that.
Dude, things cannot go good for us ever.
Honestly, Monterey was Monterey was literally reaching into a bag of manure and just finding the one diamond. That trip, I think it's also because we had the support of Letsy and Alex.
Yeah, keep in mind, we had literally double the amount of people.
Yeah, to help us with this production. That went a lot smoother, and even then it didn't go that smooth, really. By
it went a lot smoother filming-wise, but in terms of getting shit done,
it didn't.
It didn't go very smooth.
There was 2 pieces that
I feel like this one has gone better because it's a much more lax sort of thing. We're not spending nearly as much money here.
Money or time, really.
It's 2 days. Time. It's
I guess Monterey was 2 days, but it's actually 1.5 days.
Essentially, if you add it all together, it's basically 1 day. Yeah. It's 2 half days, basically.
Yeah, and I agree. So,
so it's not too crazy. It's not a crazy elaborate thing.
This was supposed to just be an end cap to the summer, truthfully.
Yeah, honestly, and I feel honestly the way that we're going, the way that I'm conceptualizing taking the IRL videos is I want to do more traveling because I do like traveling.
I think it's the best return on investment because it's just you enjoy it too.
It's return on investment in terms of enjoyment.
Definitely not in what you receive.
Absolutely not in terms of money, but
you receive nothing. But
when it comes to we're spending $500 on a weekend trip, and between the two of us we split it even, so it's $250.
Yeah.
So
that's
and
better.
most of the cost is hotel and alcohol. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
We do some weekend trips.
This was like a last minute thing, and honestly, up until like the day we booked this, I was having second thoughts. The day we decided, we did the podcast and we decided this right after it.
Yeah.
I think it was 106, 107, or like maybe 104, 105, whatever it was. We decided this. I was like, man, I just don't think that's gonna be like that fun. And then as it got closer, I started to get like the giddy like, yeah, man, we're going to Maine. Woo.
Yeah, the night before I was kind of excited.
I was pretty excited. I wasn't like Santa excited, truthfully. I'll be the first man. I wasn't
Santa excited would have been like, oh, we're going to a beautiful mountainous landscape to stay in a beautiful luxury cabin where you're constantly being served by topless women with little trays of whiskey while you're also being sucked off by said topless women.
Yeah, that would have been.
That would have been Santa excited.
That would have been Santa excited.
Hell yeah!
But this has been a good trip so far, and I honestly can't wait to play Black Ops 2 because I am spinning right now. So we're gonna make it to like round 4, dude. I'm gonna make it to round 4 once we're done with episode 2 or whatever. So that's been our day in Maine. There's gonna be more to come tomorrow that we're not gonna talk about in this episode or the next one. But what I do plan on doing is actually taking some of this footage, because most of it was recorded on my phone, which is kind of beneficial to me, and making it into highlights because it's just more content for the Instagram and TikTok. So
yeah.
And I was thinking like the TikTok, and I remember I posted that one video of me shooting. Like, it doesn't always have to be directly podcast episode related.
No, not necessarily.
It can just be like literally. I'm thinking of the title screen for Black Ops 2. That might be enough to just get some views, like just that sound of doo 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 doo. Like that's the type of shit that gets views, baby. So I plan on making random ass shorts like that out of this. So
yeah,
we'll see, and I hope hopefully it goes well. I have to pee, dude. Is that all you got though? I think that's all we got, right? Let's say we talked about everything.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Remind everyone where they can find this show.
This is going to be a little rough.
Oh, boy.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed linked below. As always, drop us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats to synapsemisfire@pm.me, as well as the Instagram and TikTok. There's also the YouTube comment section. You alright there, bud?
No, I'm just laughing at how well you're doing this.
I know, it's just fucking sobering me right up.
But the last time we got very drunk was, you were like, man, the 5 on this bottle is upside down.
Well, luckily there's no 5s.
No 5s
no 5s, dude.
There's no 5s around to turn upside down.
That is.
That's like not a 5, Jordan.
So, yeah. So anyway, drop us a shout. No, drop us a shout. What the fuck does that mean? Drop us a shout. Fucking shout us. Tell us we're gay. I don't know. Just tell us something.
Call us homophobic slurs in the comments.
So, also, I don't want to hear any bullshit about me cheating with the whole fucking thing of me reading off the thing.
What are you saying right now?
Because we have lav mics. I don't have a monitor. I'm looking at a mirror. I can see my half-drunken face in that mirror. So, yeah. That's it. There's no cheating here.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what you were talking about.
Just piece it together. Just put the...
I got it now. I speak Jordan at this point.
It's like the Synapse is fired.
Because the synapses were misfiring, but I've accepted that they're gonna misfire, and I've just learned to work through it.
You just can't get that carburetor calibrated. You just can't get the right timing.
Man, I just need to a couple of degrees of advancement. Oh man, I gotta retard it a little bit. In this case, retard is the correct technical term.
Yeah.
In terms of timing. I digress. We're leaving now.
God damn, that was spicy. All right.
We got another episode to record.
I'm gonna try to stand up right now and pee. This may be single-handedly the greatest mistake I make.
See, this is why I've paced myself, Jordan.
This is officially the drunkest I've ever been. I'm actually
Good job, buddy.
Oh,
that fucking took him out of commission.